Here we go. Brazil in yellow serving USA in white. Semifinal number 2 here in Saquarema. And first point goes the way of Brazil. Andy Benesh now to serve, and he'll run up to block. They go at Arthur, not surprisingly, and then he hammers it on the angle.
Angle swing, Arthur.
Their best was a 4th to start this year in Mexico, in La Paz. On 2, and the block from Evandro shuts down Partain.
Crowd delighted with that, and really a nice move from Evandro. Helps to beat.
Artur sends it to Benesh, and then Partain on 2. So far, Brazil it's got to be the key, doesn't it? To make it look like you're loading up again, and then
yeah, 100%.
Partain, wow.
Several notches away from that level just yet.
Something to aspire to.
Something to aspire to.
Evandro is on his game. He misses the block there. 17 and 16. On 2 again comes Partain, and knowing that Evandro's got to run up. Americans clawing their way back into this opening set. Partain with the up, but it's a little too hot to handle from Evandro.
Championship, and then broke up fairly shortly thereafter.
Yep. Yeah, I think I said he was with George Wanderlei, but you're right, he was with Andre Loyola.
I don't know if that power is going to come with a few mistakes here and there as well, but I'd like to see him make a few more than we've seen him do of late.
Great job by Artur. On 2. And that silences the crowd.
I like what Evandro did there, even though it's still a kill for the Americans, but not a bad setup by Brazil.
Artur. Your Honor, I basically did nothing. I thought I was helping the situation.
Tend to be older by comparison to a lot of the World Tour athletes, because we have that kind of collegiate system that gives everyone a bit of a late start as far as international play goes.
Partain.
So you've got to go after it from the service line, but you don't want to make too many mistakes and give them freebies.
Yeah, you can't give him a little lollipop either, though.
Correct.
And Evandro nails the line on the angle on the overpass, or overset, I guess.
And just a perfect dig right there from Artur, sits right on top of the tape.
Now it's Partain to serve. Does he go at Evandro, who's made a couple of mistakes in a row here? No. Thought better of it.
Better of it, yeah.
Comes right back. Go ahead, Rich. Like, they may have a strategy before the game. Okay, we want to generally go at this person, but they never let the other person get comfortable either.
Indeed, nice little play there from the Americans. You know, we kind of had, when I was coaching Crab and Gid,
Evandro doing a little landscaping. I think he might have found a rock out there, so he pulled that aside, and he hammers it on 2 to the delight of the home crowd. So a little frustration on the side of the U.S. kind of. Evandro that time off the top of the net, and Partain perfectly placed.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that sidewinder.
Brazil still has 4 set points. Here's Artur, and he capitalizes, and the team in yellow is halfway home here.
Environment from which to enjoy a sporting event, right?
We're underway. Set number 2, USA in white on this side. Brazil is in yellow. The home crowd, much to the delight of the home team, much to the delight of the home crowd. Artur had a nice little serving run early in set number 1. Benesh Had a little trouble with that pass. And then he runs into the wall of Evandro at the net. Again, trouble, and again, Evandro. Good play by Artur to stop the bleeding. Here they are in the semifinal facing the number 8 seeds from the U.S. who actually had to go through qualifying. Benesh with a swing that's going to tie this second set again.
For the point.
A couple of boys from California on this American team. The hotbed of the beach game, and
Americans that adjust their strategy and try and kind of look for more of his shots, give away some of his hard angle hits. Well, that's true in the women's game because the collegiate system only has women's programs.
Okay, right, of course.
So certainly that is the case. You know, we've got Taryn Clough. Yeah, that is a good bit of legislation that's allowed for a lot of women's sports in college here in the United States. But
good job by Benesh. Oh, and he can't get the point. Benesh in on the angle. Good up from the U.S. Partain with a swing. Picked up by Artur. Can he score the point? He can. USA, though, looking to force a third set here. Partain serve at Artur. Makes him work to his left. And then he catches the line.
Just barely indeed. It looked like that one was wide, didn't it? Yeah, just a sliver.
Again, the jump set from Benesh and the bullet from Partain. This time they work it on 2, and it works to perfection. USA looking for a break point here. Create a little bit of a buffer. And that time they won't get it.
With the Americans versus out in front comfortably.
Yeah, they were in cruise control mode in that opening set.
They're just kind of freewheeling and having fun.
And that's an ace. It must have just gone off the hands of Benesh. No. Oh, it dropped.
Anybody's ball game here in the second.
I feel like the U.S. quite legitimately has the Brazilians right where they want them in a way. Brazil hasn't been able to get really anything going. Great effort there from Partain and Benesh. No, that doesn't go. 16-15 Brazil here in set number 2, and it's an ace from Artur. Artur at the service line. Benesh manages to guide that one to his partner. Evandro gets a hand on it. Now Partain off the block, tools the block, and point USA, a big one. Andy Benesh, where do you go with your serve? Go at Artur. And then Evandro on 2 is blocked. But it is a net violation on Benesh. Yeah, the referee was pointing at the net, so. U.S. continues to show a 1-point game. USA, of course, needs to win the set to force a third. But that is a rocket launch from Artur. Artur. On 2, USA. They're going to get another crack at it here. And it's going to go the way of Brazil. And it is over. Evandro and Artur are going to the final at Saquarema. They do it in straight sets over Benesh and Partain of the U.S.
What a match that was, Rob. It looked like the Americans kind of fought their way back into it in the second, but then just